Welcome back to Let's Clean PowerWash Simulator. I'm BurningDogFace. And, on this show, we've cleaned a witch's house, as you see there over the specials thing. We've cleaned the deck of an expensive cruise ship. We've traveled to the fucking grimdark universe of Warhammer 40,000 and hosed off a dreadnought. We've even gone to goddamn Wonderland and cleaned up the Mad Hatter's Tea Party, which really doesn't sound all that impressive until you remember that I had fallen afoul of one of those drink me potions just earlier and had to do the entire job while 2 inches tall. And now, after seeing such heights as Santa Claus's workshop and the surface of fucking Mars, we're cleaning a public restroom. Oh yeah, we've hit the big time. Oh, Christ, here we go. Glee Street. At least it sounds like a cheery place. Actually, Glee Street does sound like a good place to put the party district of a town, I must say. My lozenge wrapper says, don't give up on you. And the Burning Dog fans... Oh. Oh, that's weird. Is this where I was standing? It's dropped me off in the other tunnel. I started over here in the clean one before. That's why it's the clean one. Huh. I don't know that I'd seen that before. I guess this level has 2 spawn points. Shout out to Clunk279, actually, who corrected me on something I said last time where I was discussing the DC Comics supervillain Abracadabra. Honestly, Flash villains are probably the silliest. But I say that lovingly, for the record. Actually, Abracadabra is a stage magician, just one that uses 64th century science for his act. He became a villain because people in the 64th century didn't care about stage magic anymore. So Abracadabra went back in time to find an audience that would appreciate his skills. The problem is, Barry Allen as the Flash upstaged him. Abracadabra, being a total narcissist and attention whore, swore revenge against the Flash. And while his shtick is goofy, he is also a total psychopath. The rogues really, really hate working with him because they have a code. I have heard of that. The Flash's villains intentionally don't kill civilians, for example, among other moral choices. Because, quite frankly, they know that the Flash is holding back when he comes to take them in. You know, this is a guy who can run faster than the speed of light if he pushes himself hard enough. I mean, he did turn into a lightning bolt and die, but, you know, he came back. So, they don't kill people, because if they kill anyone, the Flash family, you know, Flash, Kid Flash, all that, are going to bring the fucking hammer down on them. You know, it's one of those things where you'll go from standing at the crime scene to standing in jail in the time it takes you to blink. It's not really how the system works, but, you know, it sends a message to drop you off in jail. And, oh, shout out to Elthwar, who was discussing these plates here. The amount of rust is unsurprising, but if it were not for Dr. PowerWash's professional ethics, I would have tried to have all the metal pipes and steps replaced, because that's pretty severe damage if the rust cleaner isn't making much of a dent. Yes. And shout out to F. Drake, who comments on these, and specifically this. I agree that these urinals likely flush automatically, specifically at regular intervals and not by sensor, because we see that each bank of them shares a single cistern supplying flush water. The, where is it? Ah, this thing here. No, it wasn't. I guess it's this metal thing here. It looks like a fucking, you know, temperature dial. Knob, that's the word I was thinking of is. The urinal spreader probably fans the output of water out to spray down as much of each urinal's breadth as it can reach. By the way, cisterns are simply receptacles that collect and store water from another source, such as rainwater, or in the case of toilets, just piping. The real irony is that most of us flush toilets with potable water. Huh. I guess that's true. There goes the timer, so, I guess I'll get back to it. Any graffiti up here? No. Oh, I do like getting a nice straight line like that. Steel girder cleaned! I'd even recognize it as a girder, given that it's painted. But yeah, that is totally just a girder shape. Oh, no. I forgot about that. The whole fucking ceiling is covered in mold. Yeah, don't breathe this. Ooh. I think white mold is worse for people, but black mold is worse for buildings. Oh, hey. Neat. Fuck you, mold. It says ceiling panel, but it's not really divided into panels. Ooh, I'm fast right here. Oh, right, it's when you're facing down that you slow way the fuck down, that's right. Huh. I do remember the inconsistency of the controls kind of making me crazy at first until I realized it was just consistent in a way I had never experienced before. I kind of forgot I did that. I remembered arse. I forgot I'd put the giant meep on the wall. Or is it Azray? You know, the don't dead open inside joke. I've watched a single episode of that fucking show, and even I know that one. Turned into a meme for a while there. Sorry about that. I had a frog in my throat, and I figured you guys didn't want to listen to that. Or to me getting rid of that. I think I might be moving on from Scrapland, you guys. My good friend Ronan Drake gave me a perspective that I had not considered before, where one thing I kept saying over and over again was I only got 12 episodes in. You know, because it's an open world game, that's not a lot. And Ronan just sort of gently points out to me that each of the episodes of my series is approximately 20 minutes long. So even if all 12 of those videos were exactly 20 minutes long, that would still mean I had been playing the game for 4 hours and I had not yet reached what I would consider, you know, the consistently fun part. So I kept focusing on how, you know, I got the worst ship, I got the lowest stats, but if the game isn't, you know, fun before you get yourself upgraded, maybe he's onto something about that. I think I mostly just don't want to give up on another series as opposed to going back to Scrapland. Yesterday he suggested that it might be an easier decision if I really wanted to come back. I have to say there was wisdom to that I could not deny. Oh, that's why it's not working. It's rust. I just can't tell because I'm looking straight up towards the sun. Oh, wow, yeah. It's all textured and everything. Shit. Well, I still got a ton of this left. Why is it glass cleaner? What was I using glass cleaner for? I know I used metal on the other stuff last time. Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, it is resistant to the metal cleaner. I was right the first time. This is doing nothing. Yeah, that is metal. Okay, just making sure. Okay, turbo nozzle it is. I bet in holding this thing for... I mean, okay, let's face it, holding the thing on any setting, just like this, would probably make your hands go numb eventually from the vibration of the gun. But it's gotta be so much worse with the turbo nozzle. Because it's making the whole thing visibly shake. I know it's because it's hitting more than one surface when it does this, but the way it makes the rust completion thing up in the corner sort of dance around does make it feel like the rust is fighting back. Okay, yes, the turbo nozzle is having an effect. Although I would not recommend allowing anything to rest its weight on top of these skylights, since, you know, the metal's all hollowed out. I don't use this setting very often, or just hit left on the D-pad and let it run. Look, Ma, one hand. I don't know why I said that. You guys can't see me. I did, for the record, literally take my left hand off the controller. And now it's back, so I can scooch over a little. Take that, metal pole. Oh, I did hear of a specific feature that they have in PowerWash Simulator 2 that they rectified a mistake from this game. In this game, the cat Ulysses is always outside of your reach somewhere. Well, two things. One, he's inside the grounds of a lot of the levels now, and you can pet the cat. Hell yes. I think it even suggested that Ulysses had kittens between the games, and Dr. PowerWash keeps one of them in his headquarters. Just, aww. What was the other thing? Oh, yes! Yes! It treats the cats like civilians in a military shooter, where if you point your power wash gun directly at them, it will lower the gun and refuse to allow you to fire. That's... oh boy. How many of these windows are there? More! Okay, there's 3 more, but man... Geez, it almost looks like the spraying I was doing with the soap over there actually applied to this one over here. I don't think there was ever any dirt on the windows themselves. It's just odd, just the frame. Although there might have been, given that, you know, if I just ran the water over it with the green nozzle or whatever, it probably wouldn't have made a difference to rust. So I'm just trying to picture this place, and honestly, there really isn't a lot of legroom here, even if you take all the urinals out. And I think they said they're planning to redo the sinks as drink dispensers, but man... Maybe they could play it up as being small so it's exclusive. bad. Sorry, little humanoid figure, off you go. DOS. Yes, I know the archway probably includes the back end of it, so I'm not going to get a ding here, but... Ah! Oh, that's the wall. I see! I was really confused for a second there, because my logic was sound. Alright. Don't want to touch the toilets, because there's not a lot of space on a toilet seat, so I don't want to get any of those by accident. Yeah, point the thing up. The hell is that red thing just there? It's just part of the pipe, okay. Odd. Each of the toilets has their own cistern. Only one of them has a gnome, though. But the only mercy that I can think of, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned this last time, is that I don't think this bathroom would actually smell too terrible if it had been abandoned for a while. Excuse me, how the fuck am I meant to get the underside of that other than by jumping? I don't have any ladders or anything. I feel like running on a tiled floor in rubber boots is a terrible idea, personally, but that's me. That's just a weird seam thing. Shit. Like, there's this little lip here, but I don't think I can get in there because of this lowered ceiling part. If I could crouch I've heard of crouch jumping. If I could crouch while jumping, that might make a difference. No, you just immediately go to a standing position. No. Stupid question, I thought I would try. Oh, good. Hey, we've got a star, and we're 39%, which means I should probably get a email very soon. Oh. Clement Weathers, further along, the cubicles. Oh, yes. It's the walkthrough of the future club. These will be private dance floors, each featuring the latest hits from a different continent. This is just a bathroom cubicle, you know that, right? If you took the toilet out, there'd be room for like 5 people in here. And they'd all be jammed in and unable to dance. So if you actually want to dance, maybe 2? That's very silly. Also, there's only 4 cubicles. So, I figure one of the continents that gets left out is Antarctica, given that there's no culture in Antarctica. But, which other ones do you leave out? Because the Arctic's just part of North America, and there's a bunch of shit in North America. I was floored to learn a couple years ago what Arctic actually means. Explorers who first observed the Arctic found what they believed to be a worthless land of nothing but snow and ice. It seemed to be populated by large white bears. And, apparently, one of the Latin names for a bear is Ursus arctos. So they came back to their ship and wrote it down as Arctica, the land of bears, because they couldn't see anything of any note other than bears on this land. And here's the part that blows my mind. They then assumed, without sailing all the way to the other side of the planet and checking, that if there's a land at the very top of the world that has bears, there must be a landmass at the very bottom of the world that has no bears. So they just sketched out a random island at the very bottom of their map and labeled it Antarctica, the land with no bears. And they were fucking right! You know, there's a continent there, and bears are not one of the animals that live in Antarctica. Wild to me. I suppose I should say... Oh, come on, really? Oh, this is terrible. If I get every other part of it, it will ding. Oh, thank goodness. It's also including this bit up here. Okay, that's the solution. Oh. Yeah, that'll do it. Oh, thank God. I suppose, if, to be fair to myself regarding the scrapland thing, it was at least as much about the fact that I had been wondering about that game for more than a decade at that point than it was about, you know, not wanting to add another unfinished series to the list. I just feel very silly about that. I mean, it ended up as a Christmas present and everything. Is that rust? It is rust. I mean, they're taking the door hinges off. Why am I cleaning this? Oh dear. I can't get in at that angle. Okay, thank God. Getting little flecks of rust all over my visor here. I honestly don't know what you'd call it if it's just a plastic screen, as opposed to like a proper solid visor like the fucking Master Chief has. What? No. Oh, this button, no. Recently playing something where bees crouch. comments what you guys think, because I have heard the timer go. If you'd be especially dismayed were I to stop with Scrapland. That'd be the time to make yourself heard. Oh boy. Well, this side of the bathroom looks a lot better than the other side. I don't think of any profound words here. Well, we're making progress, up to 41%, and that's very nice. I'm BurningDogFace. And, I will see you in the next episode of Let's Clean PowerWash Simulator, when we get back to it. And I suppose we'll have to get started over here. Probably finish cleaning off this walkway I went way too far on the first time. Then I guess I'll do the whole urinal area, because it's safely facing the other way. And this enclosure here, except for the meep, which I will save for just before the toilets. Then we'll do this tunnel. And I guess the ceiling. And then we'll have to go in and very, very carefully try to clean the cubicles without cleaning the toilets. And make sure that everything is cleaned except for the toilet items and the ones with the meep and the arse on them. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. How is this going to fall apart? I'll see you next time, Burning Dog fans. Have yourselves a good day. Later.